I have a confession. My name is Beth, and I have an addiction to Halloween shopping. Facebook Marketplace did it again. I have bought items from this man several times, and he had a bunch more Halloween stuff on Marketplace. And we come to a deal, and I am going to show you my Facebook Marketplace haul. Halloween edition. Are we ready? I've not looked through it all, so you're kind of new with me on this journey. And here is our big boy, Phaeton. He's beautiful. He's a big black cat, and we just love him. Anyway, okay, let's get to it. Look. Oh my Lord. It's a skull.
These patterns are cut above. I'm going to sew your little heart out.
Okay. I saw these one year. I don't know if it was Target or where, and I loved it. But I wouldn't pay for it. The amount that they wanted. Okay, next up. This is a cemetery kit from Hide-N-Eek, which means that is Target brand. And you get, looks like a spiders and like a netting and a skull. Maybe there's no skull in there, but we know how much I love skeletons, so this is going to go good. And I usually do a graveyard every year, just out front, kind of in the house. And then, look. He is awesome. My gosh. Can you get any more excited than that? Okay, we got this, and I have to go through this a little bit faster. It says boo. You know what? I just figured that out. I didn't know what these were, but it says boo. Cute. Okay. This, oh, I do a Halloween tree every year. Look at her. Is she not gorgeous? She's a tree topper. Look at her with the little feather in her hair. Look at that. Beehive. That's what they used to call them, I think, beehives. Okay. Come here, baby. Get in here. All right, and then we got this and this. So, look. Oh my gosh. Cauldron and a skeleton coming out of the top of it. And we've got a spider. This is Hide-N-Eek. I have lots of just black spiders that I put along the fence line and everything. Look at this little guy. The only problem about all these things anymore is everything's battery powered. So I buy those big boxes of Amazon batteries. Usually I buy a couple. I think there's 100 in a box or something. I don't remember. A projector, motion projector, and looks like it casts witches. And it does plug in. It's electric, which tickles me to death. Now, whatever's in this box, I don't know, but we're getting ready to see what it is. Oh, I know what this is. Look. Fall trees. There's two. They are battery, which is fine. There's 2 of them, and they light up. You can see the little bulbs here, and they light up. These, I have no idea where these came from. Could have been, I don't really know. He said that he buys pallets and gets a lot of this stuff from pallets. This is from most of our favorite places to shop. Amazon. And I had looked at these before, but I think I'm supposed to open that a different way, but anyway. Well, I'm not going to get all that out. You'll see once I put it out. The creepy witch leg stake lights. I've always wanted these too. Some of them, I know one time I noticed they wiggle. I would love to have some that wiggles like she's stuck in the ground or whatever, but oh well. This I love. Can you imagine what my living room and everything's going to look like this year in kitchen? My living room loved it last year. I'll have to throw up a picture. Loved it with all of our blankets and our throws and our LED lights, y'all. Oh, I've seen her before. Same thing. Hide and eek. Look at her. You can't get a more beautiful witch than that. And then this little guy, I don't even know if he probably don't have batteries. It's kind of that netty fabric type thing. And look, it's Phaeton. This doesn't have batteries in there, but his collar says beware. Ain't he cute? Look at the little things. Oh, love him. And this little guy, I love these colors, almost like a candy corn, but a pinky thing. That's still got the little tab in there, so I'm not gonna. I've always thought about getting pink and kind of making like a pink section and different jack-o'-lanterns and everything. I'm not doing it. And I went ahead and got these. These are Christmas lights, and it's like a star and a snowflake and a tree. And they hang up. Oh, they're suction cups. Well, I hadn't noticed that. That's cute. These are all skulls. Yeah, they're styrofoam. I think they have netting that comes from the bottom. You got that one. This little guy. This orange little guy. And it looks like a red. So you got red, black, purple, orange. Cute. I usually hang things like that from trees and bushes around. Oh, I love him. A skull tree peeker. Isn't he cute? Oh, so cute. And one of my faves. I love skeletons. He's still, oh yeah, there he is. I thought he still had the plastic zip ties. Look. Oh, hi everybody. Love him. Love skeletons. He's probably what, 2.5 foot tall? Most of my other ones are 5, the 5 foot tall. And last year I got me a new one from Lowe's, and I might have to get another one. A couple of mine broke, so I probably will have to get another one. I've always wanted a disco ball jack-o'-lantern, so I got him. And this is another spotlight from Hide and Eek also, and it is purple. Oh, it's just purple. My favorite color. Okay. And then we've got, oh, isn't he gorgeous? Look at that. His mouth even moves. I love him. I would love to know where he came from. I don't know. I'm gonna have to scan that and see. And of course, this little guy. Let's see what he does. Oh, gorgeous. And then looks like one more thing. This is a spider. What do they call these? Projection. Well, I don't know what it's called. My son has a bunch of these in anime characters. Look at him. Oh, does it change colors? No. That's okay. What do you think? Facebook Marketplace come through again. Love it. Cannot wait to decorate with all this. My mind's already going. You know what? Why we're doing all this? Because it's halfway to Halloween. I am equipped with my Halloween apron on, and we are going to make brownies to continue our theme for this week's vlog about halfway to Halloween. So we're going to use box brownies, simple. Then we're going to tint with some food coloring, some cream cheese frosting, and then this purple, which is my favorite color. This is just some decorator icing. If I can find my tips, we'll use some tips. If not, I'll put it in a Ziploc baggie. Then to bake them, we're going to put it in this copper pan. You remember when these were so popular? My youngest got this for Christmas, and you pour the brownie mix in, put the thing in there, almost like one of those old-fashioned ice cube things, trays. And then when you pull it out, they're all individually cut perfectly and about the same size, probably even about the same thickness. So anyway, let's get started. Let's make this. While the brownies are baking, we're going to use a face mask. This is Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas, and it is ghostly mint scented. Ooh, so let's do it. I'm supposed to take those things off. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, Lord. Let's shake the brownie, shall we? they're done. Just let them cool and then we'll pop them out. And it's almost time to take this mask off. You see the shirt? It's funny I chose to wear this today because this is exactly my day. Started off with a large shopping order. I would have made $52. Went in all happy. Shopped for several boxes of ice cream. And it said water, and I thought, I got this. Went back expecting to get 1, maybe 2 cases of water. It was 12 packs of 35 bottles of water. So I thought, I accepted it. I need the money. Loaded them all into the shopping cart. Took them to the van. Put them all in there. And luckily, 2 people at the Honda dealership where this was being delivered to helped me get it in. A salesman and a receptionist. Great. Then I noticed that my van was overheating. So I had to drive about 10 miles at 15 miles an hour with my flashers on. Still had to pull over 4 times to let the van cool off. Finally got back, so now I get to spend that $52 that I made as a small portion of what I'm going to have to pay out to have my van fixed. Because I can't work without my van. So this is exactly how my day has went. Yes. I was too tired to take the brownies out last night, so they are still in this. So let's see if we can get these out okay. Okay, so I thought maybe we could look through Pinterest and come up with some ideas that we may want to work on for Halloween. And maybe some of these you might want to do for your own self if you're a DIYer like me. The problem with me is I have so many things I want to do myself that I start working on it and then I get overwhelmed and it takes me so long to finish things, I'll just lay it down and forget it. But anyway, that body right there wrapped in black trash bags, I did that a couple years ago, and it was a lot of fun. I just used different sizes of bottles, like 2 liters and that kind of thing, and just wrapped them. You used duct tape and wrapped it up and made it look like a body. It was kind of cool. I'd wanted to for years, but had never done it, so I finally took the step and I did that. Now, there's about anything you want to do on Pinterest. Here is the cage that you make. You use 2 clothes baskets, and normally I think now they're a little over $1 at Walmart. You can get them at Dollar Tree. And you just zip tie them together, spray paint them, zip tie them together, put your skeleton in there and hang it.
I do that every year. You cut the zip ties, stack them in each other, and you're good to go the next year. The little tree right there, I bought everything to make him. You use a cement form tube and the spray stuff that comes out like yellowish, and I bought all that and never did do it. I made the pallet last year, well actually 2 years ago, and then I moved it to my bank and put zombie hands and everything coming out of it last year. In fact, yesterday I laid it out because I need to repaint the Beware and Get Out on there with red. So I knew I needed to redo that. Here's the Michael Myers that I'm thinking about making. I want him hanging out back at my I want him sitting out back with my clothes, where my clotheslines are. And I bought a foam head last year to make, so I plan on making that this year because I really need to. This right here is my dream. Looks simple enough. You could use PVC pipe or anything, which is what I would use. You put a sheet over it or a tarp. The problem is they're kind of expensive, but anything you make like this is going to be a little pricey. Be a lot cheaper though than going out and buying it. Spray paint it, kind of forming, and he will dry and it hardens the tarp, and you're good to go. So let's do that one also. We may wait till closer to August to do that one, so we could just leave him out. I did these witches, but I used the mop handles from Dollar Tree, used a jack-o'-lantern, cut a hole, slid the jack-o'-lantern on top of the mop handle. I used dollar tablecloths from Walmart, the black, another one to tie the hands together, and I had them around a cauldron out front. If I have a picture of that, I will link it. I'm not exactly for sure that I still do. It was good. I didn't do it last year again. They were kind of hard to hold up sometimes if the wind got really bad. Now I think we should do this year. I've looked at these for years. Looks like a simple project. I just never did it. So this will be one thing that we will definitely do because I think those are so cute. And these is what I want to do too. These, I love that with the legs coming out of the pots. Let's do this with the skulls because you know my love for skeletons. And then I've got the blackbirds we can put on top. We will just have to buy the moss to go on there. And I should have a couple planters by the time that, the flowers and everything will be dying back before we can do this for Halloween. And then there's going to be several other ideas on here. I mean, you can do anything. If you've got the money to do it and the time, and you can spend enough time on Pinterest and watch different creators do their items, you can try to come up, like formulate which is best for you for each of these projects. It's endless what you can do out there for Halloween. I think what I'm going to start doing is picking 2 or 3 different things to do per year. Start early. And look, the purple right there going through the hallway. We did that last year in our hallway, but I used the lights that turn purple to orange and put the spooky fabric up. It was cool. I would like to do that on my carport too. That is a plan that I want to do. I bought this stuff for it last year and just never did finish that part up. Like I said, I bit off more than I could chew and tried to do so many different DIYs, like with my graveyard and stuff, that I just it took me so long. I did what I had, and then I just said, that's going to be enough for this year. I will start early next year. I did these last year. Mine turned out awful, but I believe what it was is, I did one. I believe I need a bigger skull. The ones from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General also, they just weren't big enough. They look about the same size, but for me it didn't work. Maybe I did it wrong. We'll try that again. Because I would love to have that around my graveyard. And I have perfect places at the road where we can show that off. This is one thing I was going to do last year and I didn't, but I want to do this year. Do witches brooms. You can use old shrubs, branches. I found some little things at the dollar store and made one broom 2 years ago, but I do want to do the actual sign that says broom parking. I think that is so cute, and I want that outside, like as people pull in the driveway, that they can see that they need to park their brooms there. I don't know if anybody would admit that they could be a witch sometimes to people, but I still think it's cute. I think it would get attention. People go by and they comment on my skeletons all the time. This right here is the arch that I would love to make. You just slice the pool noodles and just keep layering and spray paint them. Got to get the proper kind of spray paint. Skulls, and you can use spiders on here. Zip ties are your friends for any holiday when you get ready to decorate. I use zip ties, the garden stakes or the fence stakes, the green ones. I use floral wire, and I save up all of my twist ties from breads and the Christmas lights and the Halloween lights that they twist tie together. Perfect to put on fences to hold up your lights so they don't sag and that kind of thing. I have a huge bag of those that I collect from year to year. Sometimes I'll just leave a couple on the fence so then when I go in for the next holiday, they're already there. I just put my lights up or my wreaths or whatever that I want to use, and they're ready to go. And they stay, they'll stay fine for a couple years hanging out there. This is the tree I was talking about earlier. There's different variations of it, but you use the spray foam on that concrete tube, and then you spray paint it, and you can put lights down inside, and it looks really creepy. There's, look, you can do different sizes like stumps. You can use, I've seen them on for like tabletops. I would love to add that in with a creepy village. I'm starting to collect. I bought 2 on Facebook Marketplace, $10 for 2 black houses. I already have 1 or 2, and they have the tea lights inside. So I plan on trying to make like a better creepy village as I collect things with those houses. I have my Christmas village I put out, but I have one for Halloween that I just keep adding to, and I would love to have more things to go with that. But these Lemax, I think it's called, that brand, and all these houses that you can buy for your villages are so expensive. So I found a couple things for Christmas on Facebook Marketplace. Here's another variation of that, of the ghoul guy for outside. I found this too complicated. There's just no need for all that wood. Could end up being more sturdy, I don't know. But anytime the wind blows, it is going to take you down every time. Or rain. You have to constantly be setting things up. People have that heat gun that they bend like PVC pipe and everything with. I would love to have one of those, but I thought this just looks too complicated. You want things to be just a tad bit easier to do when you're going to decorate. I think we've got a whole variety of little things that we will get together and make as the next few months go on. And I will try to do screenshots and put them up here as we talk about them, and maybe at the end do a compilation of the things that we might want to make together. I did this last year. I had an old bed, a headboard, and I called mine Skull Manor, but my letters weren't good, so I'm going to try to do something different with that last year. And then I put a hand coming out, and it was holding a lantern. It was cool. It was really, really cool. I really liked it. I did a bed and breakfast sign because I've got a post outside my yard that I hang. It was really small. I need to figure out something else that I can do better to make it bigger. And I have crows and everything that I put on top of that, which makes like the entrance to the house really, really, I love this. I think I want to do this. Do not feed the undead. That would be so fun. That would be closer to, probably wouldn't do that till like end of August, September-ish. because of pallets and that kind of thing. These signs right here, I did one, and I'll try to link a picture of that. You know, where it says Elm Street, Amityville. I've got one of those. I want to make the Something Wicked This Way Comes this year. I've seen different variations of that. If I was a good artist, I would love to do that, but I'm not. I will admit it. If I could find somebody else to draw it, then I probably would. I love this. We're definitely going to do the burying and the hiding bodies and all that, and put the cost for each one. I think that would be loads of fun to do. It would draw in, you know, a lot of people wanting to see what I'd put out. We have school buses that run by too, so sometimes I worry that it might be too creepy for kids, because to me, Halloween is about scary, creepy. I mean, I love cute stuff too, don't get me wrong, but there's the tabletop trees that we were talking about earlier. But, you know, I just love spooky. I love creepy. I love LED lights that have like the mist look to them that just glows. And I want the house to glow, outside to glow. I did that last year, like a column, and I used styrofoam coolers. It was a good idea. I just didn't do it the correct way. But that right there, I would love to use styrofoam and make a shorter one, because I have a certain skeleton that I want to put on top of there, and I will show you that when I get him out. And I love this. But anyway, but we have a lot to do. We have a lot going on, and thank you for watching this Halfway to Halloween.